Hello, my name is Dr. Jonathan Westover. I'm an Associate Professor of Organizational Leadership, and this presentation is regarding my Organizational Development and Change class and teaching it fully online. So I want to just briefly go through what I've done in this course and what my philosophy of online teaching is. So the main goals I had in this online redesign was developing meaningful social presence and student collaboration, creating mechanisms for strong teacher-student communication, transfer of OD team-based experiential learning consulting project into the online environment, and support student success in an online environment. I feel strongly that, particularly for online students, in order to be successful, they need a lot of scaffolding, they need a lot of ongoing connection and support within the online environment, and particularly for this class, given that it's a service learning course and it requires students to do semester-long team-based service learning consulting projects with a community partner organization, that they need a lot of ongoing support. So I'm going to walk through a little bit of how I set the course up and how I try to reinforce things. From the very beginning, when the students log in, they go immediately to a course introduction where they can see a little bit more about the course and a little bit about me and understand how the course works. They will immediately see an instructor information page where they can learn a little bit about me, about my family. They can figure out what my office hours are, how to connect with me both in person and through virtual office hours and through other mechanisms. And they can see how the course grading is set up, both in terms of general elements as well as the more specific components in the service learning project. They also then can see more in-depth descriptions about each of the individual assignments and how they're scored. And of course, there are rubrics associated with each of those assignments, and they're connected back to the learning outcomes for the course. Because the consulting project, the service learning component, is such a big element, immediately they have an overview module just for that project itself, so they can get started right away, and they can view client videos of the partner organization so they can get a better feel for what the project is all about and what they're going to need to do and the types of elements to the team projects that they'll be performing. I've also tried to make this online environment more accessible and more user-friendly for the students. So in addition to the traditional interface in Canvas, we've utilized more design-friendly and attractive elements in the course overview and in the module overviews for each, as well as this semester I've started to pilot using the Delphinium gamification interface as well as an opt-in option for students who want to have a different type of interface and interactive experience in Canvas for the online modules. Each individual module has a very clear and accessible list of required readings and videos and everything that they need to do in the class. And then there's, in addition to weekly case assignments and reflection assignments, weekly team discussions, they also have a short reading quiz. And I like that I integrated the reading quiz directly into the Open Education Resource online textbook that I developed for the course. That's free to the students. So they read a section, they do one question, they go to the next section, they do another question, and so forth. In terms of social presence, I break the class into randomized weekly groups for the online discussions where they have to do initial discussion posts and then respond to each other's posts throughout the week. They also have weekly team meetings for their consulting projects where they have to meet virtually through video conferencing and then provide me with a weekly team update. In terms of student success practices, I use open education resource materials that I've developed for the students. I try to provide a lot of reinforcement to their motivation and their learning, and I try to make sure that we meet on a regular basis to talk about what they're doing in their projects so that they always feel connected to me as part of the class. I also post weekly videos and support videos and mentoring and coaching videos throughout the course. Ultimately, I try to assess everything through multiple measures and including student reflections. at the end of the day, I'm excited about all that I've been able to do in this course.